Well, good morning, ABT, good morning. Everybody else, good morning, good morning, good morning. Cindy Pritchett is here, and James Brooks. Thank you all for being here. You guys know the deal. The intel goes to intel@bearindependent.com. Watchman News, good morning. Intel@bearindependent.com. Your intel reporting, as well as, good morning, Ozark Sapper, as well as your silver linings. Go to intel@bearindependent.com. As always, the entirety of this report can be found. This lovely, lovely report. Vanna, give me a report. Ding. Can be found on Patreon. How do you get on Patreon? You go to patreon.com, Patreon. Good morning, Mad Kilt. Patreon.com, and then search for Bear Independent. That's right, Bew. The best. Mexico did pay for this report. Don't tell anybody, though, because they actually paid for this report because we were smuggling American-manufactured arms to them as part of a sting operation, but then fell into the hands of the cartel, and it was terrible, but it could also be tremendous. That's correct, Trent. I read it every night. Awesome. And, of course, if you are lurking in the shadows like American-manufactured weapons that were sent to Mexico, maybe you need to legitimize yourself, come out of the shadows, and subscribe to this ridiculous show that we do every freaking morning, practically every freaking morning. J.A. Dudley, good morning. That's right, Fast and Furious. So please like, please subscribe. Please share. That helps us battle the YouTube algorithmic robots, and they don't like us and we don't like them. So while they're trying to judo chop us with their robot hands, we need to be able to present arms and click the like button and the subscribe button and take care of the algorithmic robots. Okay? Good morning, Incognito. So 16 June 2020 Bear Independent Intel report. The number of confirmed cases worldwide and in the United States continues to climb. Thank you, Dr. Turkey. I love your name. I hope that you are legitimately a doctor that fixes turkeys. Like, that you serve only a very fine niche of people that A, have turkeys, and B, have enough of them that they have a critical mass that creates a need for a doctor of turkeys, and that you are that one doctor of turkeys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Global cases, 13,607,000 with 5,065,000 active cases. Global deaths, 584,000. Global recoveries, 7,957,000. And by the way, good morning to all the blue wrenches in the room. Appreciate y'all greatly. Mr. Brees, Crazy Canuck. Bought a stomp and a minimum last night. Bless you, Chris Scully. We have a very big day of packing facts tomorrow because, you know, the power's been out for 5 days. So I need masks for my chickens. What I like to do to make chicken masks is I get a pan of flour and I put some salt and pepper and some onion powder and a little bit of paprika in there. A little chili powder if you're into that. Good morning, Big Joe. Maybe a sprinkling of garlic. Maybe a pinch of Mrs. Dash. You put that over here and you mix that all up with a fork, and then you crack 3 or 4 eggs into a bowl over here, and you mix that all up with a fork, and you take your chicken and you put it in the flour, then you put it in the egg, then you put it in the flour, and then you fry it in a cast iron skillet at about 425 full of oil until it gets GBD, golden brown and delicious. And then you put it in an oven at 350 and carry it in the oven for maybe about 15 minutes. That is the best way to make masks for chickens. Okay, just so we're on the same page here. How do you keep snakes out of chicken pens? Like this. U.S. cases, 3,593,000 with 1,829,000 active cases. U.S. deaths are 139,000. U.S. recoveries are 1,625,000. Hunter Seeker, good morning, brother. That's right. You know, the the story, gosh, shiny object squirrel syndrome. The story of the Colonel Sanders, is awesome. If you're unaware with Colonel Sanders and his story, it's really awesome. Too bad he missed Trent. I didn't see it. They go by so fast. Power outages may affect shipping times. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Colonel Sanders was the Illuminati. Thank you for bringing that up, Lightning McKing. Anyway. After months of lagging CDC case numbers, Trump has ordered hospitals to send all COVID-19 patient information directly to a central database in Washington first. I dig it. I think that's a good idea. Mask-related unrest is increasing, including physical confrontations, stabbings, arguments, and job losses and suspensions. Good morning, Puzzleman. The lengths that people will go to make you acquiesce to their behavior modification is... See, what it is this is the societal pressure. This is what it is. It's the societal pressure. Hey, you must be bad because you're not doing the good things that I'm doing. Well, this is a function of population density. We don't have that issue out here. Right, Patriot USA? We don't have that issue out here. Good morning, Mitch Morris. I hope all is well in your world, brother. You have an awesome day. Mrs. Sanders, good morning. The Colonel was excellent. Please thank him for our chicken. The societal pressure of forcing people to acquiesce to the whims and the will of the populace. We don't have that issue out here because we don't have the population density to make stuff like that happen. More states are mandating masks in public spaces. Many schools are requiring social distancing and masks for returning students. And Walmart will be requiring customers to wear masks effective 20 July. Let me repeat that. Walmart, as in international business with thousands of stores, will be requiring customers to wear masks effective 20 July. I'm going to give y'all 3 guesses as to a place that I will no longer be going into. Not that I've been hanging out much inside of Walmart anyway, but isn't Walmart federal now? No. So, Walls Mary. Michael Lupacino. That's a good name. You should be an extra in whatever the next mob movie that comes out. Hey, you got a problem? You go see Michael. Which Michael? Michael Lupacino. Lupacino. He's got a Louisville Slugger leaned up against the side of his desk. You'll know it's him. With the mustache. Michael Lupacino. All right. So, if you're going to try and get your tater tots at Walmart, you're going to need a mask now. That's what you need to know. Shalom and blessings to Bear Nation. Holy, holy, holy. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you. So, or you need curbside pickup, or you need to go somewhere else. And I'll tell you, that's where my mind immediately goes. Like, we were talking yesterday, it's like, well, what do we actually need Walmart for? And the answer was essentially dairy. And it's like, well, we can get dairy lots of other places. So we will do our best to do that. JTZR1, thank you. Nick the Fish. Go see Lupacino and Nicky the Fish. The Fish? Yeah, he's got concrete on the toes of his boots. You'll know it's him. He's got the eye. I saw the dairy goats question mark. And long term, yes. Short term, goats are a pain in the ass. So, and I mean this wholeheartedly. For those of y'all with homestead aspirations, goats are a pain in the ass. And here's the thing about any kind of dairy animal. You have to tend them daily. So if you do not, they don't make no milk no mo. And dairy goats have to stay pregnant to produce. Yeah, I know I could get a cow, Angry Patriot. I'll get the cow. You're gonna come here and milk it. You're gonna come here and feed it. You're gonna come here and clean the stall. You're gonna build the stall that it's gonna live in. You're gonna muck the pen. Good morning, Swamp Woman. Are you going to carry the water every day? Are you going to make sure that it stays in feed and hay and keep its hooves trimmed and get out there and milk that thing twice a day so that it doesn't get mastitis? It's not just get the cow. Just like prepping is not just get the gun. That's like part 1A. When I was a kid, my dad shot my goat for attacking my grandmother. Thank you for sharing, Kevin. Thank you for sharing. Reparations in Asheville, North Carolina. A unanimous vote by the city council has led to a resolution to make investments into the poorer black areas of the city, not direct payments. I heart zombies. Thank you. So, here's the deal. Asheville and reparations. I want to look at the camera. Douglas Hemingway, good morning, brother. Thank you. These reparations in Asheville, I think to use the term reparations is probably maybe not disingenuous, but inaccurate. And that's why the monkeys here, put the monkeys here. Good job, Monk. Monkey knife hand. That's why the monkey's here. That's the HDMIC, by the way. Put the word reparations in air quotes. Frankly, I think the concept of reparations, that I should pay you money because your skin color is a different color than mine, is stupid. And I hate the political climate that we're in, where every time you make a statement, it has to be followed by a caveat. Y'all know me well enough to know where I fall on skin color. And if you don't, either go back and watch the rest of the videos or hang out long enough that you get enough context to not judge a man based upon a single comment. So to pay somebody because of their skin color, regardless of the validity of the argument that there may or may not be systemic inherent racism, I think is a bad idea, because you're taking money from people who never owned slaves and giving it to people who never were slaves. It's foundationally disingenuous. However, that's not what Asheville, North Carolina is doing. Now, Asheville, North Carolina used to be, as far as I know, my experiences there, a nice place to go and get a decent motel and go panning for, gemstones and rocks and have a nice burger and, experience the great outdoors. And it seems to be turning into a bastion of liberal LGBTQIA plusisms out there in the western portion of North Carolina. And while I do not begrudge those people the right to live their life as they see fit, honestly, like if you believe in liberty, and this is important, if you believe that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and all are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, you can disagree with how those people live their lives. And I do, by and large. But there's a lot of really good people that have lifestyle choices or convictions that do not square with mine. They're just as human as we are. And if that's where and how they want to live their life, great. The issue here is, don't let the way that you live your life infringe upon the way that I live my life. If we're going to play identity politics, understand that the smallest common denominator of identity politics is one. It's me. It's you. It's us as individuals, which is why, in my humble opinion, the government should be as minimal as possible, because the commonalities amongst us, the more of us we stack together into a group, the less we have in common. Now, the things we have in common are the things that matter. Like, barring all patriotic talking points, we all bleed red, right? Like, if I stick you with a knife, blood's gonna come out. It'll be red. Again, I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care what your political affiliations are, by and large. If I cut you, you're gonna bleed red. You need food, water, shelter, security, love. Like, these are the things you need as a human being to survive and thrive in the zombie apocalypse. We all have the same basic needs and the same basic commonalities, but the joy of the human experience is not in the basic. It's not in the common. It's in the free expression of the individual, the you-ness of you, allowing you to be the person that you are. And that's where life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness comes in. So if a bunch of people want to live their life a certain way in Asheville, Carolina, go for it. I'm probably not going to go there and hang out, because it's not the type of lifestyle that I lead. Just as those people are very likely not going to come to my house and be comfortable with hanging out here, because we live a completely different lifestyle. All that being said, whether you agree or disagree with the lifestyle choices and political actions being taken in Asheville, Carolina, North Carolina, I think it's a good idea that if you have the fluff in the system, if there's enough profitability in what you're doing, to be able to take an objective look at your city and say, that place over there needs help, you can direct funds that way. The rub, where things go bad, is when government tries to fix things. Funding and fixing are two different things. This gets into public-private partnerships. And if it's done small, on the local level, with people in the community, with accountability that they use that money to do what they say they're going to do, public-private partnerships can be good, as long as we all agree, hey, we're gonna fix up this historic church that's in the black part of town. Okay, cool. Or these houses here were all built in the 1940s after World War II and the baby boom, and they're all falling down. Is there something we can do here to help lift this area up? Copy that. The crux of the issue is in the execution. It's not in the good ideas. Everybody takes good ideas and puts them on a pedestal. You know what would be a great idea? I've had 1,000 great ideas since I woke up this morning. None of them matter until I do something with it. The execution is the crux of the issue. So in Asheville, if they choose to pour into some of the poorer black areas of their city, rather than provide direct payments to individuals, which I think would be the smart way to do it if you're going to do something like that, simply having the idea is not going to be enough. They have to do it and do it well, execute well, in order for it to actually have an effect. And I'm curious to see how that goes. So, I see in my mind the same, my community here, if we had some fluff in the system, if we had some extra money, not we raised taxes, not we took up a vote on a bond, not we whatever. If we had some fluff in the system, and I was looking around and I was like, you know what? Jim's water collection sucks. We need to help Jim fix his water collection. And Sally over there, her driveway is not a driveway. What can we do to fix that? And we voluntarily choose as a community to pour into certain areas where the infrastructure is subpar, where people are living a lower quality of life than perhaps the rest of us are. Voluntarily pour into using the fluff in the system. I'm cool with that. It's when you compel me at the point of a gun that you will do this, you will fund this, you will make this happen, that I have an issue. And so I'm curious to see what happens in Asheville, North Carolina. All that being said, there will very likely be a prime contractor that is hired by the city to enact this, and for every dollar that's put towards this, the prime contractor will pocket 50 cents of it. They'll hire a subcontractor that will pocket 25 cents of it, and then 25 cents of every dollar allotted will end up going to the actual subcontractors that are boots on the ground doing the work. And if they raise $10 million for this, they'll get $2.5 million of actual work completed, and hopefully it'll be done in such a way that actually benefits the community. Is not just the type of thing that people in shiny hard hats stand in front of and cut a big ribbon with a pair of scissors and go, hey, look at the thing that we did. So there's my pontification on all of that. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? A U.S. Navy destroyer tested China by sailing near the contested Spratly Islands. Tested China by sailing near the contested Spratly Islands in a freedom of navigation operation, after the U.S. State Department declared Beijing's maritime claims unlawful. All right, BearIndependent.com. You guys know about BearIndependent.com. That's where you go to get your handmade, made in America, guaranteed forever. Shalom, Christina. Guaranteed forever. First aid kits. Renee, are you on here? HSA approved. Exactly, project management prepper. Prepper trucking. Appreciate you. So, the IFACs, stomp bags, trauma pack inserts, bare minimums. Renee, can you please text Monica and let her know that I'm doing a live stream and all the emails that she's sending me are completely derailing my train of thought and it's jacking me up. Please and thank you. I'm telling you. All right. BearIndependent.com. IFACs, individual first aid kits, the bare minimum, the bare fac, guaranteed forever, handmade, made in America, North American Rescue components. Those are HSA eligible, health savings account eligible, as is the stomp bag, SEAL Team Operational Medical Pack, the trauma pack insert, all of the medical components that are in the store at Bear Independent. All of those things you can use your HSA for. So please be sure to check it out. And while you're there, you can get your stickers, your patches, your t-shirts, your prepper classroom binders, all of those things. So that's it. It's BearIndependent.com. Yes, Renee. Please email Monica or text her or call her and let her know that I'm doing the brief. And Hemi, I'm fine. I'm doing the brief, and every time she emails me right now, it pops up an alert on my phone that completely derails my train of thought while I'm trying to do the brief. So please tell her to hold all additional emails to me for the next 30 minutes or so. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And also, she's awesome, and we love her, but please stop emailing me right now. All right. BearIndependent.com. If you want to buy medical stuff, go there, buy medical stuff. If you don't want to buy medical stuff, don't go there. Don't buy medical stuff. But if you want to buy medical stuff, go there, buy medical stuff, okay? Digging, if I set my phone to do not, whatever.
Do it during live stream, have fun.
Yeah. Repeating, the coin shortage continues. Some select Walmarts have even gone cashless. Turn off your email notification. Bro, you don't live the life that I live, okay? You will not understand. A UCLA study shows the U.S. will not fully recover from the economic aftermath of the pandemic until early 2023. JCPenney will be closing another 152 stores and cutting 1,000 jobs. Thanks, Jarrett. Legal, political, and military. After blowback from colleges, Trump has rescinded the decision to deport foreign students if they were to exclusively attend virtual classes this fall. I'm not sure I agree with the rescinding of that. If you don't need to be here to take the class, why are you here? The 2013 U.S.-China agreement between auditing authorities may be scrapped soon, as China has failed to grant requests which would provide knowledge of Chinese firms trading on U.S. exchanges. Meaning that, thank you, Renee. China owns a large portion of the companies that are represented on the United States Stock Exchange. They own a large portion of our debt, and there was supposed to be an agreement between us and them auditing parties that would make sure that they wouldn't do something ridiculous like print $1 trillion and then invest it into our stock market, which they did. Good morning, Danny Jackson. Shalom. And then, as an economic weapon, take that $1 trillion of non-existent funny money and yank it out of our stock exchange all at one time. So China agreed that, hey, that'd be a great idea, let's do that, and has never done it. So, who'd have thought? Under societal in general, the Hazelwood School District in Missouri has required a liability waiver to be signed for students before participation in sports and other activities in case they get COVID-19 and die. This is the world we live in. This is why I don't want to be mayor of Bearville, but I do want to create the nation of Bearistan, and everything's voluntary. You want to live here and you get attacked by giant bats that fly out of the sky and pluck your eyeballs out? Hey man, stuff happens.
Can I interject real quick?
No.
Okay.
What's up?
We're at a tipping point right now where we're going to see if public school is actually necessary or not.
No, I agree. I think public school is going away. It's being proven right now. Not so much. Not so much.
You can't pull funding from schools if they don't open. They're not open. They
Yeah.
don't need funding if they're not open.
Yeah. Well, and that actually illustrates the point that it's very much so all about funding. Now, here's the thing with schools. I think for a lot of people, they're needed. We have people here who are teachers. And on the one hand, bless you and thank you. On the other hand, if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. Like, period, the end. If I don't go to work, I don't get paid. If the business I work at is closed, I don't get paid. And I realize it sucks if you're a teacher and you're not getting paid because you can't go to work. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Like nobody told Harley Davidson that they couldn't create a business during the Great Depression. Or they might have. They just didn't believe it. They just figured it out and did it, right? Like,
Let's put a motor on
improvise, adapt, overcome. Yeah, let's put a motor on a bicycle. That's a stupid idea. Is it? Talk to me 100 years from now, right? So, improvise, adapt, overcome. The school setting, well, I think for a lot of kids is good. They need that social interaction. For a lot of kids, not so much. And we can theorize all over this thing, but the fact of the matter is they haven't been to school in 5 months anyway.
No.
Like, the fact of the matter is they're not there. They haven't been there. They might not be going back there for a while. So
Smaller community schools, community sports.
I'm telling you, I think I'm building a schoolhouse.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think I'm building a schoolhouse. With as many kids as we have in Bear Clan, I think we're just gonna Grand Poobah Bear, right? I think we're just gonna build a
I
schoolhouse.
think you're right, dude.
I think we'll hire a teacher. We're gonna pay you in buckets of wheat and sheep meat, and
I'm down.
and build a schoolhouse. So kids ain't gonna get smarter sitting around. Well, bull moose, go do stuff with them. That's the other thing, is your kids are not these objects that you need to pass off to somebody else. They're your kids. I love how people just take like one point in an argument and pull the thread of it. Sorry, Harley's on their way out. Okay, listen, Bear Nation, I don't want to do battle with y'all this morning. Don't make me go there. I got shit to do today, all right? So I'm taking time out of my day to be here with y'all. Don't put me off kilter, especially during my sabbatical in that month. Here's the deal. We're going here. This is my time. You're on my time right now. If the way that you make arguments is to take one small portion of the point that somebody's trying to make and to try and pull that out and undermine that as if you're going to score a point, you're going to lose in life. You're especially going to lose in the life that's coming, because things are going to get harder before they get easier again. And if that's the depth of your logic, while you're trying to make that point, that's going to happen. Because the thin veneer of civility could very likely fall away. And when it does, those little victory points that you score by undermining small portions of people's arguments aren't going to matter when you're laying in a ditch bleeding out somewhere, or when there's no food in your belly, or when somebody you love is dying of cholera because you don't understand how to actually have a sanitation program. Because instead of receiving the message, you had to put on display this one little fact that you've got so that the whole world could see just how smart you are. I rebuke that nonsense in the name of Yeshua. Get with the program. Honestly, get with the program. You're living in the world 6 months ago, when that was still maybe an acceptable form of communication. Not anymore. Your OODA loop is jacked. The world is different now than it was 6 months ago. Act like it. That's the whole point of this, is to give you actionable intel every day so you can act like it. I'm gonna go sit a track hoe. Y'all have a great day. Shalom.